Does that make your voice sound better?
More like Barry White. Yeah. Hey there. Country. It's Barry Higgins.
Located inside the Payson Walmart.
And thank you to Desert Financial Credit Union for sponsoring the KRIM Community Spotlight Program. Good morning, Rim Country. Chris Higgins in the studio. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday morning. And we have Payson Premier Dental in the studio, Dr. Wade Sarah Hubbard, and the Regional Director for First Things First, Carolyn Harrow.
Yay.
Carolyn, how are you doing this morning?
I'm great. I'm in Payson.
Yes.
I love that.
Amen. I know. That's we wake up to this every day.
Exactly.
Wake up to Payson. We're spoiled. We are. We're just spoiled. And but it's great when you get people visiting and they're like, "Oh, Payson, I love it. It's wonderful. It's so beautiful." And it's a great reminder to how great it is up here.
Right. I'm originally from Globe, so I am very familiar with Payson and love it.
Oh, nice. Well, today again, our guests, and once a month we have Dr. Wade and Sarah when we can get her because
She was on that Maui vacation.
Yeah, whether she's in Hawaii
Next month you're gone.
hiking the Himalayas, or you never know where Sarah is. I mean, she's just all over the
Hiking the
place.
Himalayas, that's not true.
I just made
That's
that
not
up, but, you know, oh well. But Hawaii was true.
Hawaii's true.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
But Sarah, the marketing director for Payson Premier Dental, among other things, you're like the jack of all
I'm
trades.
the visionary.
Ooh, wow. That sounds, I know, kind of, ominous too. Like, see into
Watch
the
out.
future. No, but again, Payson Premier Dental, just involved in so much in the community, and this is just one of those things, other things that you're involved in, Dr. Wade. You're a board member for First Things First.
Yeah, council member.
Council member.
Yep.
Council member.
I do have to say, Chuck Proudfoot worked on me for a few years, I think, before I finally said yes.
Gotcha. Hey,
So
well, he's
Chuck,
good
if
at
you're out
that.
there, yeah, he is.
Yeah, he'll work people over, all
It's
for
hard
a
to say
good
no to
cause.
him.
Yeah, how do you say no to Chuck? I mean, he's involved in so much as well.
Yeah, he is.
So just does so much for the community.
Yeah, few things.
So it's good. So first things first, would you like to tell us a little bit
Sure.
about the program?
Sure, I'll tell you a little bit. We are Arizona's early childhood organization.
Okay.
We're funded through tobacco tax monies,
Mhm.
actually, and it's through the state of Arizona. And the way that we're set up, our goal is really for children birth to age 5,
Mm-hmm.
and so that they're ready for school. So we look at it in several different factors. We look at it through early learning.
Mm-hmm.
We look at it through child development and health.
Mm-hmm.
And so we work with a lot of different organizations within the community to be able to provide services. The way we're structured is that there's a state board that sets the tone for us. And then each region, there's 28 regions within the state.
Mm-hmm.
And so the Gila region is where I'm the regional director for.
Mm-hmm.
And so that covers everything of Gila County except for the San Carlos Apache Reservation. They have their own regional council that does for them. But Tonto Apache tribe is involved with the Gila region and everything. So I'm the regional director. I do what they want me to do. So
does a lot.
Dr. Wade is on the council. Chuck Proudfoot's on the council.
Okay.
Tashina Smith represents the tribe. And,
Tashina.
yeah.
I know Tashina. Yeah.
And Matt Crespin just joined us as a parent.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, that is great. So how many members comprise the council?
There's 10 members in the council,
10,
and we
okay.
have them through spaced pretty equally between
Oh,
Globe
yeah,
and
yeah.
Miami,
Mhm.
and Globe, Miami, and Payson area
Mm-hmm.
of the representatives. So that
Mhm.
we do pretty well with that. And one of the things that I like the most about this council
Mm-hmm.
is they really have the vision for the entire region.
Mm-hmm.
They want to reach that rancher that lives outside of Young,
Mm-hmm.
that has to drive into town for services and all of that. They want to reach that. So they're very conscious of making decisions that are benefiting everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the beauty of this particular council. They work well together, I feel. And I don't know if you feel that way too.
That's great.
And
That's
we
important.
just started with some new council members, and they're very vocal, very active, just have a lot of good insight.
Yeah, so the council comprises of people that are from different walks of life. We've got parent representative, faith representatives, we've got business representatives, healthcare representatives, so that they can all, we actually have on the council the superintendent for Miami School District too. So we have educational input too. And that really makes it a well-rounded discussion whenever they're making decisions. We're currently in our strategic planning right now for 2024 through 2027. So we're making some decisions that are going to be coming up pretty quick of what we're planning to do. But currently, we have a lot of services that are here in Payson that people can tap into. We have our signature program, which is Quality First.
Okay.
And that actually works with about 3 of the early care and preschool companies that are here in town. So there's 3 of them that participate in Quality First, and what they get with that is their child care facility or preschool gets a coach. They also get some financial, so that if they need to purchase curriculum or furniture or playground equipment, whatever, anything like that they might need, they get a little bit of financial support for that. And they also get a child care health consultant that comes in. So that was really important during all of the COVID stuff going on. That child care health consultant was really vital.
And then what other programs are offered in the area?
We also have an early literacy program, which is for the kids birth to 5. It's run through the county library district, but the Payson Public Library also participates with it too. So people can go to the library, they can get signed up for the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, which gives out books to children birth to 5, and they come in the mail. So it's building their personal home library for them. And that excitement of getting the book and reading the book and reminding parents to sit down and read with their children and that, so that we can get some early vocabulary, early literacy, turning the pages, that sort of thing early on, so that by the time they get to kindergarten, they're ready to do that.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
and that's great, because unfortunately there are, children, all different ages that have maybe struggled with reading, have had a hard time, and are unable to read as they go through school. So it's great to have these programs that could identify and capture those children at a young age. Maybe it's intimidating to them, or they're having problems, it's a little bit harder, they don't have the support at home or encouragement. So to have programs like this, it's great for young people.
Right, so that's one of the things that they have in the past highlighted, is the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. And all you have to do is go to the Payson Library and they can sign you up. Or you can call the county library district and they can sign you up. It's just a matter of doing that, and then you'll start receiving books once a month in the mail.
Wow. Yeah, I really have to give a shout out to our Payson Public Library and Emily Linky and everyone that works with her at the library. They do an amazing job.
They do, and I would definitely encourage parents to take their kids to the baby what's it called?
I'm not sure, but it's like a story time.
Yes, there's a baby story time, there's a early childhood story time, and I really encourage parents to go to those because they're awesome.
Yeah, no, I just had to grab our PSA, public service announcement folder, because we have the calendar for the library, and each day we read off, what is taking place, and every Wednesday, story time with babies. So a great introduction right there, but story time with toddlers every Tuesday, and that's at 10:30. Story time with babies at 11:30.
Right.
So 10:30. I'm sorry, it's 10:30 on Wednesdays as well. So, oh my goodness, so much. I
They
mean,
do,
their
they
calendar.
do an incredible amount at the library, and so that is such a resource for families. So I do encourage them to tap into our local library, because it's amazing. It's awesome. It's beautiful too.
It is. Yeah, it's a wonderful facility right there in Rumsey Park.
Right.
So yeah, it's you just need to get out, visit the library, because I know some parents maybe they get frustrated with their children. You know, they're trying to teach them to read or help them, and it's so much. I think it can be harder for parents because they're like, just come on, why don't we get this? It's so easy. It's like, oh, but a child maybe isn't as receptive,
Right.
or it's just different. But then when you have other people that are very used to working with children and maybe in a different setting, it can be completely different.
Right.
And the child, it's easier for them. So.
And there's skills for them to learn, like, holding a pencil and cutting with scissors and that kind of thing. That's important for them as well.
Yeah, and at home when the scissors, maybe they just want to stab their sibling, or cut different things. They find, wow, look at this! I can
Cut my
this.
hair.
Yeah, look, I'm a barber. It's like, no,
Yeah.
you're not. You're stressing me out, kid. But yeah,
We do have a few other programs that we fund. We do have the developmental and sensory screening. So that's hearing, vision, and development of the child. And so they do a full screening on the child, and a lot of times that can help. There's a child here in Payson that had been the preschool had noticed that he wasn't responding as much. And so they did the developmental and sensory screening and found out he had a hearing impairment. And that was why he was doing that. And so
Yeah.
since they've been able to get him that help, they've been able to get him hearing aids, and he's doing well now.
Wow.
So, it's really important to have those kinds of things, to do your well baby checks, and this is an additional program that people can tap into. And all they have to do is call our local University of Arizona Cooperative Extension, and they'll hook you up.
Okay, and do you have that number? Or can
I
you-
don't have it off the top of my head.
We'll get it though. We'll
Okay.
find it and then be able to give that out. And so, Dr. Wade, how did you get involved in First Things First?
Well, like I said, Pastor Chuck.
Yeah, that's right. That's
But,
right. Yeah.
I've always kind of had a heart for the community anyway. So it just seemed like a natural progression. And we have a pediatric dentist that comes up once a month. So she just actually had her baby 2 days ago. So we have to get her signed up for First Things First.
Definitely.
But it's just, these younger populations, they might be more at risk in some ways, especially there's different, sometimes they end up with grandparents or, single families. And so sometimes it's just a struggle for parents to try to get that extra stuff in. I know that I think the whole Gila region, childcare is a big concern for.
Very big. We are a childcare desert.
Yeah.
We are designated as a childcare desert.
Yeah.
A childcare desert.
And what that means is that we have more need than we have spaces
Oh.
for children
Wow.
to be at.
Mm-hmm.
So we are lacking in that of having enough childcare, having enough pre-K. There's just not enough slots for children, and so that designates us as a childcare desert. And then the entire region is
All of Gila County.
all of Gila County. Yeah.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
sometimes then for depending on income and that kind of thing, we do scholarships for
Right.
children.
We do scholarships for children to be able to be dependent upon their income, to be able to go to preschool or to help with that cost of it. So there are each of the Quality First programs in the area do have scholarships available that they can give to children, or even a partial scholarship they can give. So.
Again, if you're just tuning in, we're talking with Payson Premier Dental and the First Things First program and Regional Director of First Things First, Carolyn Harrow. And here today with us. Thank you for traveling here to
Oh, no
Payson
problem. It was
as
just
well.
hop, skip, and a jump up from Globe. So
And it jumped
It's a beautiful drive.
it is a beautiful
It
drive.
is a beautiful drive, and that's so true. Whether you're coming from Globe or coming from the Valley, you know, it's a very pretty drive up here.
It
Or even
is.
coming from west, Camp Verde, the Prescott area, coming over the Rim. Yeah, it's a nice drive here to
It's a
Payson.
nice drive, no matter which way you come.
Yeah,
Yes.
anywhere you're traveling from. But
So-
again, talking about first thing first, the programs, resources that are available for parents in Payson and Gila County, all of Gila County, a lot of resources out there. And it's great to see, and it's no surprise to me, Dr. Wade, that you're involved in this, because whether it's you or your husband, Mr. Gail Wade, you both have such a heart for children, for young people, and for families. So it's just natural. I feel that you would be involved in this.
Yeah,
And,
it's been good, and it's I love to learn, and so it's been a learning experience for me too, because there's so many facets that we think about when we try to get our funding cycle and everything ready, and with the tobacco tax, I mean, really the goal is that we don't want people smoking, for health wise. So we have kind of planned lower monies and stuff. During COVID, I think it did go back up just a little bit, but
People started smoking again, I think.
Yeah.
So we're kind of trying to work ourselves out of a job, I think.
Yeah.
You've got the hand of you don't want people to smoke, but then the tobacco taxes
Yeah.
is what does fund us. So.
Mhm.
And we're trying to develop system building and community partners. So it's something that we have the funds right now, and so we're able to do this. But we also are looking for other partners to be able to help the kids as well. So
Right. That is definitely a need in the community, and we were lucky enough that Dr. Wade is now our chair for the regional council. So
I am the chair.
Yeah.
And it happened real quickly.
very quickly, the current chair said, "I nominate Kristin."
Yeah, I second that. All in favor? Aye. Oh, the majority.
That's
Hey.
pretty much how it went.
Yeah, I guess I'm the chair now. Wow.
Sometimes it happens when you're not there also. So check
Yeah.
but,
That's
Always
funny.
read the minutes.
Right, read the minutes,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's like, whoa, wait, we're voting on what? I better be there. Yeah, no, that's
So
funny.
we have a couple other programs that are
Okay.
available.
Yeah.
One of them is parenting education,
Uh-huh.
and that's done through Arizona Youth Partnership,
Mhm.
and they have a presence here in Payson as well as in Globe.
Okay.
And they provide both in-person parenting classes.
Mhm.
The curriculum that they use is active parenting first 5 years. And so they do in-person parenting classes, and they also have a virtual option.
Mhm.
So if folks can't get there and can't participate in a live setting, then they can go ahead and do it the other way.
Mhm.
And I think it's been such a nice resource for families to communicate and kind of, everybody's kind of going through similar situations.
Right.
I know Tashina, when she took it, she just highly recommended it. So it's a resource that's out there, and I don't know if many people know about it. So.
Right. So all they'd have to do is contact AZYP, and they would be able to get them hooked up for the program.
Mm.
So I know that they have flyers around town
Mhm.
that has the number and everything. Those classes are amazing, and they've brought families together.
Mhm.
During COVID, it was nice that they were able to do the virtual option, because we actually were able to link some families from Tonto Basin with families in Payson.
Oh, okay.
So when they come up to do their grocery shopping or whatever, maybe they can do play dates, or they can do that
that's
kind of
nice.
thing and get together. So that was a nice outcome that came from having to do the virtual option for it.
Okay.
Um,
And I was just looking up AZYP. The website is azyp.org. And let me see. Contact. It has contact us. Their phone number. It's a toll-free number. 1-877-882-2881. So again, that's 877-882-2881. And that's for the Arizona Youth Partnership.
Right.
Yeah.
And they just can contact them, and they can get them hooked up with a class.
Wow, there you go. Cultivating healthy foundations to build stronger families.
Right.
Wow.
The other resource too, I mean, I know we have probably at least one more program, but
Right.
Yeah.
the First Things First website is an amazing resource, I think.
Yes.
They put a lot of research
And their Facebook page too, even, they post
Right.
a lot of help.
Right. So some of the things that we've been able to do is put additional money toward media.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we've been, so you may have seen like in the grocery store, the carts might have a First Things First message.
Okay.
They have it at the Circle K on their little advertisement thing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so that we've been able to get out. And in the Globe Miami area, we have a billboard that we were able to get.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some resources out there that drives you to the website, and the website is phenomenal with
Really is.
information for
Oh, wow.
parents.
Yeah, there is. I'm on the site right now.
You're checking it out.
I know, yeah. FirstThingsFirst.org and parent resources, parent kit, find programs, so you can put in your zip code
Right.
and find what's available in your area.
and it's for the whole state, so.
Yeah.
It's for the whole state, and it's got researched information that's there for parents, as well as they have a data center that if people are looking for information and data to support a grant that they might be writing, or anything like that, there's data in there to be able to support that.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's one of the great things that came out of First Things First, is that resource.
Yeah.
And just to go check out the website. They've got some fun stuff too. They have a series of short videos for parents that I think they were trying to designate it toward fathers, because they made it very much like ESPN.
Yeah, it's funny.
So,
Oh my
but
gosh.
it's got great information, and it's cool little videos and they're doing it like they're a father playing with his child, and they're doing it like it's a sporting event. And it's really cool.
No, and right here I put in our address here at the station and the different programs, Birth to 5 helpline, child care and preschool, Quality First, as you mentioned, dental and oral health.
Oral
Right
health,
here,
yes.
First
I'm back to
Smiles.
that one.
The First Smiles, yeah.
First Smiles program.
Developmental and sensory screening, just like you mentioned. The early literacy program and Dolly Parton Imagination Library. So they're all right there. Parenting education, active parenting, the first 5 years, just like you mentioned. Parents as teachers, the Arizona Children's Association, Well Childcare, Healthy Steps. So all of these different programs.
Lots of programs that are available
Yeah.
for parents, and all they need to do is pick up the phone and call, and the local programs will actually even go out to the home and do it for you if you needed it.
Wow.
So yeah, we do have the oral health program, and what that is actually dental screening for kids. And so there's registered dietitians that come up it's through the Cooperative Extension in Pinal County,
Okay.
but they come up to the Gila region, and they provide service for our kids too. And what they do is they have registered dietitians that go out that actually do the screenings for the kids, and if they want, they can apply the fluoride varnish
Okay.
and do that. And then if they find anything, then they hook them up with a pediatric dentist, and they get them in to be able to be seen.
Wow.
So that, children, I think families are unaware of how early children really should be seeing a dentist. Dental issues is the number one reason for children in like grades K through 3 that they're missing school, is because of dental reasons. So that's important to us, and so
Really?
that's why we decided to do the oral health program.
Kindergarten through 3rd grade.
Yeah,
That's one of the main reasons why.
one of the main reasons is dental. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
issues, so.
Wow, I guess it's easy to take that for granted when that isn't an issue.
Right.
When you don't have, real problems
Right.
with your teeth. But wow.
So very early on, you want to be, wiping the baby's teeth with a dry washcloth or something to
Yeah.
clean it. You could probably speak more about this than I can.
Yeah.
I like it. Keep going.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Yeah, but they really do. It's a very young age, when those first teeth start erupting is when they really should get in to see the dentist.
And I guess I just was spoiled early on. My grandmother was a dental hygienist, so I was in the dentist's office all the time.
How did I not know that?
No, I don't know, but yeah, so she had me in there, and treatments,
Nice.
different things. So you get comfortable.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
would never, and that's probably why there's no anxiety or I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
dentist. Where
Yeah.
my wife, I don't know what happened. She had some bad experiences or something, but when she was young.
Yeah.
But I think that makes a real big difference as
It
a
does.
child. Your experiences then they carry on to adulthood.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah, I had an aunt that was a dental assistant, and she
Yeah.
had a coffee candy dish on her coffee table,
Mhm.
and it had floss in it.
Oh.
So when we were sitting there watching TV, all of us would be sitting there flossing our teeth.
Yeah. My grandmother's candy dish still had candy in it, but didn't have floss. But yeah, and then strange enough, their house, they had a farm in New Jersey, and a farmhouse that they sold. The person that bought it was a dentist, and he has his practice in there, and he
Wow.
runs his practice out of
That's
their
crazy.
old home. So
Wow.
strange how
Nice,
that, how that works out.
So
Yeah.
again, for the First Smiles program, they can just contact the local U of A Extension office,
Okay.
and they'll hook them up with the Pinal office and get you going on oral health.
And again, that First Things First website, firstthingsfirst.org, a great start to go on there, and it gives you all the contact information and how to find out more about these programs and get started in these programs. So, well, that is very good. And Sarah, what do you have?
What do you got? What do you got?
Oh my gosh, so many things have been going through my brain.
Yeah.
You described my son Will when you were talking about kids who didn't want to learn how to read at home. Turns out he just doesn't like to do school at home.
He'll do school, but not at home.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And that's so true. You
Yeah.
just, and as a parent, you can get frustrated. You're like, oh my
Well,
gosh.
I used to teach kindergarten, so
Oh.
it was frustrating.
Yeah. It's like, come on, son. What are you doing?
Anyway,
And
he's
Ellie,
fine.
Ellie probably not the same.
Ellie
right?
got total opposite.
Yeah.
Total opposite.
To where everything was fine, it was easy, there you go. I know, and then you have a boy child. Things change, I know.
But I love that you can go to the website and it has all the contact info on there. So like one reference point
Yeah.
Yeah.
to reach so many different
And there's
programs.
so much information on there that, it would take you,
will
it'll
be-
occupy you for days.
I'll be checking out the ESPN videos.
They're fun.
For sure.
They're fun.
There you go. So, well, thank you so much for coming on, Carolyn.
No problem
this
at all.
morning and
Yeah.
sharing. Thank you,
for
Dr.
having
Lee.
us.
Oh, you're so welcome. Yeah, and thank you for
Well, thank you.
bringing this program and awareness to this great resource we have in the community.
Yeah, and I think it's about awareness, because
It
it's
really
here.
is, yeah.
It's just,
Right,
You
right.
know, parents just need to know, or grandparents, or whoever's helping take care of those littles.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I've had this conversation with a few people here recently. With all of the avenues, media avenues, and ways that information is bombarding us these days, it seems like it's just as hard, or maybe even harder, to get information out because we are bombarded. It's just,
Content shock.
yeah, just so
much information,
so
yeah.
much information to where it's easy just to go skip right over something because
When
we're
you're
just
scrolling
scrolling, and we're waiting for the funny cat or something to like, oh my gosh, what is this, and if it's just information, even if it's on a very valuable program,
Yeah.
you might skip right over it because it doesn't jump out at you. But yeah, so it is harder. It's a challenge,
Yeah.
even these days, to get information out to people.
We try to get information out to like some of the moms groups and that kind of thing too. And our media pitch actually paid for a little bit of additional for our zip codes for some social media because we're finding that the age group of parents now, that's where they're getting a lot of their information.
Yeah.
Is from social media. So you might have seen a few extra first things on Facebook or on Instagram or that kind of thing on some of those platforms too.
I saw your Snapchat video.
Did you?
No, I'm joking.
Was it the one where I was hanging upside down?
Or TikTok.
Yeah,
TikTok. The
My TikTok dance.
TikTok dance. I'm like, yeah, first things first. Crazy dance.
Go to the website.
Yeah,
Other
there you
programs.
go. and throw a crazy cat in there, and then people, or a dog. If you throw, and you see the difference. You have a dog in your post, from the Humane Society of Central Arizona, with a little hat on or sunglasses. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Well, and kids and dogs. Maybe that's
Right.
what kids first things first, so littles.
Yeah.
Littles and their pets.
Yeah, there you go. Well, again, thank you so much for coming on this morning. It's
Thank you.
after 10:30, but this is fun. It's, talking about this,
Thanks,
but
Chris.
but it is time to get back to the music. We have some talking heads: Bonnie Raitt, the Beatles, Eddie Grant. You know where we're going with Eddie Grant, right?
Electric Avenue.
There we go.
Oh, I knew it.
Yes, there it is.
We're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue.
Yeah, 80s music trivia right here on KRIM. But first, hey, we have an update from the National Weather Service.
For Payson.
That was one of my first 45s.
Ooh,
Electric
Was it
Avenue.
Electric?
All right, guys, see you later.
Thank you so